What is going on, guys? Welcome to Double Tap. This is Mash Those Buttons podcast dedicated to the FGC. I am your host and currently the voice inside of my co-host's brain as he is live on camera for Double Tap Live on Nerd Street Gamers Twitch. Yes, Static Gorilla is live. Hello, sir.
What's going on? Thank you for having me yet again.
Another episode. This is your home, man. At this point, I don't think I can say safely this is... Oh, my guest co-host. It's
what
like,
if
no,
I was
this
speaking
is...
to NSG? No. They're having me here.
Yes, but welcome. Yes, for those that are watching live on Twitch, welcome. This is Double Tap Live. This is a podcast that is live streamed on the NSG Twitch page, which is Nerd Street Gamers. They are the owners at the location in which we are recording, which is Local Host Arena here in Philadelphia, where we have our Wednesday night. I can't say fights because that's West Coast thing, but our Wednesday night, our Wednesday training grounds.
Yeah,
How about that, right? Well, we got a bunch of FGC heads pressing buttons in the background. You might hear them, because it kind of gets a little bit live here. We got fighters, we have Tekken, we have Street Fighter, we have Eunice, because we got some weirdos. No.
Oh, hey.
No. Shout outs to the my anime community, because I actually love me some Guilty Gear.
Yep.
And I can't wait
Repping
for the
Guilty Gear right here.
Actually, you know what? Hey, so am I.
Oh yeah.
I got
Dre is coming to the camera. He has Potemkin on his back.
Potemkin on my hoodie. Yes,
he does.
sir. It was to fund FAB for
Do you know
Evo.
what that Z stands for on the front of your sweater?
Nah, what?
Zep.
Zep?
Yeah, that's the stage. His stage from Guilty Gear Reload.
Oh,
I told you, that's my favorite game. Just because I don't play don't mean it's not my favorite game.
All right, I believe you. So welcome once again, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out with us for this week's episode. This is podcast episode number 102.
102. Can't wait for class 201.
201, right? That's the next level, right? That's when we step it up. Yeah, this is our 20th episode live broadcasting here at Local Host Arena. For those that are listening, it is recorded on the 10th of October to be released on the 11th. So if you caught us here live on Twitch, you got the episode ahead of time. Thanks for hanging out. We have an interesting episode, man. I kind of came up with the title after I got all our subjects in line. This episode is called Speculation Station.
Speculation Station.
Because,
what does the future hold for all of us?
Yeah, it's a little bit of gossiping that's been going around. The FGC's we've been a little light in terms of game announcements, like anything kind of big, right?
Yeah,
it's in that weird phase.
It's because we're in the wake of. We're just waiting for these couple games to come out. Smash Ultimate, Soul Calibur. See what the
DOA
stuff is
early
happening.
next
and
year.
Little DLC is getting a little, it's gotten old. Not old. There's nothing in terms of DLC out. All the Street Fighter characters came out. All the Dragon Ball characters came out. We're just waiting in the wind.
Yep. And plus, Capcom Pro Tour is finishing up. CPT, the finals is in December.
Yes, that's correct. Same weekend as NEC, so
yes.
There's some
that in itself is some bullshit.
Yeah,
that in itself is just some straight up bullshit. I am sorry, there is no filtering that one.
That is caca.
That is some shout outs to Big E, but that is some bullshit.
I agree.
But so we still managed to get together a couple of things for you guys here to enjoy. Let me just make sure I got everything all tabbed out right over here. Yeah, I got it. Because unfortunately, Meza is not joining us this week.
No,
he's feeling a little under the weather. My man is losing a 10-0 matchup with the flu.
Oh, I see what that is.
Okay. Yeah, he wasn't feeling too hot. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yep.
Send your best to Meza. Go to his Twitter and say, hey, do you need some NyQuil or something? just write that on it. Don't say it's from me, though.
Some turkeys out of a trash can, right? Shout out to my Final Fight homies.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, exactly. So we will be getting started with Dead or Alive.
Finally some news.
Whether or not Meza will be dead or alive after all this. Oh,
what a segue.
That segue, right?
Segue.
Gotta love it.
It's better than my cheesy segues.
So,
all right.
So October 5th, we got to see a trailer that was announced with some new characters to play along with. That was down correctly.
Oh, man. Macho Man. I mean, Base. I'm so excited for Base. I just don't like fighting him. I'll tell you that.
So from what I can remember, so we got Tina. We got Is it Base or Boss?
It's Base.
It's Base? Okay. Yeah. Base is her daddy, I believe.
Yes. Don't believe it. It's true.
It's true, right?
Yes.
That is canon.
Yes.
And he is beating up on his girl right now. Oh, my God, that clothesline.
That actually looked amazing.
And then we got the third, like I guess you can say the UFC warrior herself,
Yeah,
Mila.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, she's made her debut. I think, was it in 5 when she first came out?
I would say so, yes.
Let me see.
I want to say yes. It was in 5.
Just double checking my facts real quick.
Oh, wait, Tina was announced. I thought Tina was already in the game. So there's that.
No, she's, it was 3 characters announced. Tina was not announced previously. So, yeah, Mila did make her debut in 2012 on Vanilla DOA 5. So,
yeah, okay. I think the surprise here was actually Mila, because Base and Tina have been in there forever.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting anything less. That's why I wasn't excited for Tina. I mean, I see Tina. I expected Tina in there, especially if Zach's in there. Tina.
Yeah.
You got your characters, your main main roster.
Main typical suspects.
Mila is a good surprise, because sometimes you don't see the characters that, the new characters like that. Like, we're not seeing Rufus anymore, That's a different game, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. But Mila, she was, I'm not surprised either, because she was kind of a fan favorite. Like, I saw her a lot.
Yeah.
During DOA 5's life. So it's kind of like Viper. I think she had the same effect of Viper. She was new. It was a good entry to be put into, but it also garnered a lot from the fans. So, just like Viper now is like kind of, people are hoping Viper's in 5 with all the drops.
Yeah.
Tina being in, Mila being in is like just a great plus to the community. So
I wonder if this outfit is sort of I don't know what the outfit's sort of like hearkening to. I want to say, because they're wrestlers, they're hearkening to sort of like New Japan Pro Wrestling stuff.
Like some Kenny Omega shit on the right?
Yeah, but it for me, it's like The Miz jackets and stuff. I don't know if you're into The Miz, but yeah.
The Miz jackets?
Yeah, he wears jackets like Wesker sometimes. So, yeah.
Mila
gotcha.
Is, yep. Oh, this dude, wasn't he on Real World or some shit like that?
Yes, he was.
Man,
but he wears sunglasses and he wears big long capes.
Yep.
So
the Wecker
Mila
special.
is looking very cool. She's bouncing,
She hasn't. Nice.
Yes,
Mila hasn't changed at all from her last tournament. There isn't like even a cosmetic change. I'm pretty sure this is what she rocked.
Yeah.
As her outfit then. So that question's. I'm not 100% sure where the timeline is right now in DOA 6. I'm pretty sure it's after 5. I mean, just because as a number, we've all fallen to that gag in video games. Just because as the number afterwards does not mean it is canonical.
Street Fighter.
Yeah. Or Devil May Cry, anything like that, right?
Oh, goodness. That's even worse.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that means that maybe it isn't too long after the last tournament,
right,
in which we're seeing DOA 6, but, we'll find out, of course, when it drops. But that currently leads us to where the actual, the characters that we have right now. So we're looking at, 12, 16, 17 characters so far.
I'm kind of mad you couldn't count that fast, but that's cool.
I had to do a transition, all right? I'll just blame it on that.
No, so, and more. So, of course, they're teasing more. So who don't we have that's from, like, a main roster thing? I don't know. Like, yeah, it's a lot of characters. They had a lot of characters. I don't know if Virtual Fighter might make a comeback, by the way.
Oh, what, Akira?
Yeah, Akira, Pi. If they're going to put more Virtual Fighter characters, I would like to see a lot more of the cast. Like Lion and Cage and the guy that was General Tao, but not really. Jackie and Sarah were a good addition, too.
Yeah. So DOA 5 had 25 characters. That's including the unlockable guest characters from Retro, which is Sarah, Pi, and Akira.
Did you look up DOA 5 Ultimate?
Ultimate? Well, this is by the end.
Like or last round, I'm sorry.
Last round is what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. Is this Ultimate? I'll verify that in a bit.
Okay.
But, I mean, even regardless, even if, say, 25, we're taking that as the baseline,
yeah,
that's still giving us how many characters left over? Like, another 8 at least?
And this is vanilla, too. So
yes.
That's going to be really awesome. I would say they have their wrestlers. They're probably – I'm pretty sure they're going to put Leon in here just for another grappler character. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. I wonder how – it feels a lot better. I did play it at EVO. It felt a lot better than 5 did. I mean, that's coming from a person – I play 5, but I wasn't all in. I also don't see Christy here, and I feel like Christy has to probably make is going to probably show up, and so is Brad Wong. Just favorites from newer games, But I'm feeling it. I'm really excited for this, like I always have been.
36. Sorry, had to finish that one off. 36 characters
okay.
by the end of
I'm
last
wondering,
round.
what is he counting?
Yeah, because you said, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, shut up, Gabe. I'm trying to count here. I can only count so high.
Yeah.
Yeah, 36.
So we have a standard edition, and then there'll be a deluxe edition.
Yeah. We've talked briefly already on these before.
There.
Yeah, the additional characters.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So phase 4 is in.
Yep.
Nice. I'm loving this. We have an extra stage, obviously, the muscle.
Yep, the wrestling stage itself.
Like we were saying, wrestling, they're going to try to harken back to all sort of any sort of nods to any wrestling that you see in the real world. Oh, you seen that connection I did there?
Oh, nice.
Goodness.
Nice.
Terrible segue.
Incredibly bad. But it's all right, though. I'll forgive you. So,
Real
yeah.
right.
So, besides that, DOA is not the only one that's happened to get a character announcement. Even though Soul Calibur 6 just finished up their beta last week, their online stress test, and it's just right around the corner for I think, October 18th release. I want to make sure. No, 19th, excuse me. So we got to see, I remember you talked about it last episode where
we did.
Inferno was announced, or rather we got to see footage, right? There was footage that was online.
Footage that got deleted.
Insta-quick. That guy hit really fast.
Yeah.
They did not want the footage to be out there yet, maybe because, of course, this trailer was being scheduled for this week.
Yeah.
So now we get an official, at this point we're like, hey, he's in. We get it.
Knew.
Like, you kind of expected it, but now it's like, okay, here's the actual formal introduction to him. And he looks pretty insane.
Yeah.
For those that don't know Soul Calibur lore, Inferno is the soul inside of Soul Edge, is that dark energy that resides in it that corrupts Siegfried, that turns him into Nightmare. He's got this kind of weird form where he's like doesn't actually have a physical body. He has like pieces of it. Traditionally, he's also been a weapon master, is what from what I remember. He takes control over the weapons of those he fights or he has influence over. So that explains why he can do like the Shang Tsung effect, where he can be anybody or play like anybody kind of deal. This is just it wasn't too much. Like, funny enough, he was more quiet throughout the trailer. I expected to hear more.
I was expecting to be mad at the voice or something.
Yeah, I was expecting him to kind of grr a lot of grunts, a lot of just hellish sounds. But no, he was kind of mute.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if they're gonna add that afterwards.
I do like these art styles, by the way. They add a lot to the characters, and it just looks. He looks really good. He looks healthy.
Yeah, he's definitely, even though he is rocking the same sort as Nightmare, he is swinging it on a very different pace. He has some similar moves, just like that little drill right there. Nightmare does have that.
Yeah, but it doesn't look heavy to him at all.
Yeah, the teleports are there. Already, I'm seeing some interesting info about Inferno where he is being, I believe he is being banned.
Really?
He is already being banned by certain. Let me see. Whether or not he's been going to be tournament legal. He's already not going to be allowed on ranked mode online. So kind of like the Gil effect, where it's kind of OP.
Yeah.
So we're not going to let this loose. They're just going to ban it straight from the beginning.
I'm sure that he'll have some sort of glaring weakness that'll allow him to be used in some sort of tournament aspect, like sort of like Seth had no health, but it was super cheap.
Yeah, like he was ridiculous, especially when Punko was playing him, right? He just had everything, but you got one good read on him.
Right.
He wasn't going to survive.
Yeah, if Abel got one smack, or two reads, it's game over.
If Geef got a counter hit headbutt on Seth, it was
stun.
Instant stun.
If Goken did a long combo, it's stun.
Yep.
If Evil Ryu got shit, anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well, that's anyone.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah, you're right. What's his name? The guy?
Which guy?
Hayatani. Hayatani's Evil Ryu. Doesn't matter. We're talking about Soul Calibur.
Yeah, we're stop looking at the past, bro. Stop looking at the past.
But I want to look at this photo. Anyway.
So, yeah, he's looking like he will not be playable on online ranked, and he may not be tournament legal. As far, I remember reading it up somewhere on 8-Way
Did you
Run,
read this?
where someone spoke that he will not be yeah, see, that's what I mean.
Hellfire of Despair, Inferno, weapon name Soul Edge, fighting style, whatever the fighting style of those under his control.
So that's what decrees the idea that he will be a weapon master, where he can change.
Yeah.
The only problem, I don't say the problem, but the thing is, this trailer isn't showing that. This trailer is showing Nightmare with the Soul Edge,
right?
Which could be his default.
He could.
Maybe.
Well, here's the thing: he could have maybe he has his own moveset for each weapon.
Oof, that's rough. That I can see why then the character will be broken because that's so much.
Right.
But
That's
yeah,
that's a lot of stuff to do.
yeah, it is. It is.
Good for them if they did it. Actually.
Yeah, he looks. I mean, he looks dope. It won't be legal. I don't think he'll be tournament legal. We'll see what happens. I would prefer if he was, because I mean, come on.
Who doesn't want to see
babies,
this guy flying around the screen?
Yeah, right. Make that just super negative. Make him like a glass cannon, like how you just said earlier. Like Seth, he was the definition of that. You look up glass cannon in the dictionary, you see Seth.
Or not phase 4. Make him the alpha of this game from DOA. Yeah, she was a glass cannon.
Yeah, and she was she was tournament legal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The thing was, she had to get up a certain way. And she had to hold mix-ups.
Yeah. So I mean, it's the trade-off. Like, hey, you want to have a broken character? Sure, let's balance them out by making them.
And she was the lightest character in that game.
Meaning she would float higher for longer or something like that.
Oh, we had pictures. My bad.
Oh yeah, we got some pretty pictures there for those that are enjoying it on twitch.tv/NerdStreetGamers.
So go check out their website if you're listening. See what Inferno is actually looking like. You get better pictures than what you saw last week.
Definitely.
You know, it's
considering last week we got nothing.
Yeah, we got burned last week. Oh,
definitely did.
But yeah, he's looking cool. I'm done. My eyes are getting burned.
Your eyes are getting burned.
Yeah.
All right, dope.
Yes.
I dig it.
Yes. Don't dig it.
So
anyway.
So is that gonna be the next topic? I wanted to double check. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it feels like we're kind of going through our. By the way, this is our Fighters Corner. Corner. We just jumped right into it, and I didn't really notice. Mm-hmm. So this is one of the hot topics that's going on right now with Street Fighter.
Oh.
The game, back in I think 2016 is when it dropped.
Yes, it did. And then 2015 was the beta.
Okay. So it's safe to say it had its most. This is probably one of the most lackluster launches for any Street Fighter game. I don't say in history because it's kind of a different history compared to what we're doing now. But in terms of where it left off with Street Fighter 4 being what it was, to now Street Fighter 5, like having a horrible beta that no one got to play. As soon as the game launched, plagued with so many issues, the disconnects, yada yada yada.
Where are you going with this? No, I'm kidding.
Well, this is just one of the other things that was confirmed by Capcom that there is an 8-frame delay of lag in the game.
If you don't mind, you can change the screen real quick. I want to go search that. I want to search that real quick. The Street Fighter Twitter.
Oh, okay. Well, while you're doing that,
yes,
I'm just going to give you guys a quick run history. Most games run at 60 frames per second, which means 8 frames of input lag will give you about 130 milliseconds of delay. It's not crazy, but, there's been back and forth as to why this game even has it, considering Ultra had, I believe, lower, I think around 4?
What,
I think it was
that?
4 frames of delay, or even lower than that. I think it was,
it was good.
Ultra had like about 3.5. Considering the games that have the lowest amount are actually anime games like Unio, Blaze Blue, Calamity Trigger, and what is it? What is it? CPE? That version of Blaze Blue?
CE. Well, it was Chrono Phantasma, and then there was
Chrono Phantasma Extended. And then CTP is Calamity Trigger.
CT is Calamity Trigger.
Okay, those two.
Then it was
Yeah, those two, and then Unio apparently had the lowest when it came to input lag. While at Street Fighter 4 was equivalent to Rev 2 with XRD. So, okay, it works out. Whatever.
Okay.
But then here comes Street Fighter 5 that seems to have the most, which was 8. And then
ridiculous.
Even after a supposed update to the Unreal Engine, which is, Tekken 7.
Which they promised in 2017, but it didn't come out.
I think it did.
It did?
Because it did lower it to about 6 frames, I believe. Tekken had the same deal. Right, and if you've seen the tweets, Harada's been like, we are working really hard to kind of lower that even more.
Right.
There's been like kind of contradictory information that was sent out there by Capcom stating, the input lag was intentional, but then you got guys like Combo Fiend, Peter Rosa stating, no, that was not intentional.
Right.
They did not want to put that in there. So it's like playing a weird field back and forth until eventually it kind of died out and we accepted what the game was. The 8 frames of lag is what people are justifying as to why Street Fighter 5 plays the way it is. You can't react as well, right?
Right.
You can't react as well as you would in Street Fighter 4 to
you're
say
fishing.
whiff punishing or
in
stuff like that.
Street Fighter 5, you're fishing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're just throwing shit out there, to see if it hits, right? You're just throwing shit to the wall and seeing what sticks kind of deal. I get it. Like, a part of me understands that. So I'm like, all right, is this really that significant? So Capcom posted up on their Twitter stating that they are hearing the community.
Street Fighter, to be exact.
Or, excuse me, Street Fighter, but you know what I mean. Yeah. We're aware of your concerns regarding inputs and will improve the speed at which inputs are registered. Update coming October 23rd. This month.
Yeah, 13 days.
We'll be sure to update you on future improvements to Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. Thank you for your continued support. Okay.
Right.
A, this shit is like 3 years late. Okay.
Wait a minute.
B, the reason I'm as soon as I heard this, I was like, oh, I think the arcade scene had a big reason for that. Because the whole point of this 8-frame, right, which has been stated before by even Harada said, it was to help buffer netcode, net play.
Yeah.
To make it, to kind of just like even it out, that you're getting that 8-frame input to kind of keep everyone on an even playing field, right?
Right. You know what's
you
funny?
You can't do that on the arcades.
Right.
Oh, well, what's funny?
What's funny is, what if this is just to update the arcades?
No, this... Their bigger market isn't the arcade. Their market is not the arcade. It's at the home console. So it definitely has to come out for consoles, right?
Yeah, but wouldn't that be just a perfect Capcom Street Fighter move? Just to say, oh, we're just meant the arcades, not the...
That'd be horrible.
I know.
Just fucking tragic.
But it's not. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. So with the recent, announcement that, hey, Street Fighter V Arcade Edition is going to be in the arcade,
right?
They can't have that 8-frame because you're playing locally most of the time.
Yep.
You're playing someone down the hallway from you. We've seen the arcades in Japan, bro. Like, they're next to each other. Like, there's no point to have 8-frame of lag for that, right?
Nope.
My question is why? Like, why did it have to take for the arcade to do that? I think that should have been something that was implemented from the very beginning.
The next month.
that should have been done.
Year,
that should have been done season 2. Exactly.
Something.
Exactly. So the fact that they waited this long to do it, like, I mean, does it take time, effort, money, and resources? Yes.
I don't know.
But shit, I would have take 5 other fucking Chun-Li costumes we didn't need and put that money towards making the input lag going away, right?
Money, they probably have Zhang's money. That's what it is.
She would have had 7 costumes anyway. Like, it did not, or 12.
No. She has too many.
Yeah.
Okay.
She has too many. But anyway, yeah, so a part of me is like, oh, I get it. They're going to get rid of that. That's a great thing. Another part of me is like, this isn't going to magically make anybody just better.
Right.
I don't think, initially. Like, it's not going to, like, the people that are getting mopped right now are the people that are going to get swept tomorrow.
Right? Cian is loving this, by the way.
Oh, yeah, there's been back and forth. There's people that have been tweeting out stating, there's pros that are stating, like, we're able to punish something better now, or the anti-air game is going to be better because now I don't have the 8 frames of lag input kind of deal. Yep. Like, I get until it drops and we see like a change. I'm gonna be really looking at my metrics to see how many more anti-air DPs or whatever I'm seeing before and after, because I want to see what's so reactable now that you have 130 milliseconds. I mean, hey. It's been proven that the reaction time to some players like Tokita when they did the eye tracking stuff during E-League is that of like like faster than MLB players.
Yeah.
The baseball players, some pro athletes. I get it. Like we got those reaction times, but I'm like, damn, that's like kind of still insane to think about that. Like it would have that much of an effect. So this has just been the hot topic. Now we kind of just wanted to speak on it a little bit.
Yeah.
Until it drops, of course, until results show the difference. Like, will Street Fighter V really have an insane different playstyle now that 8 frames of lag will go away? Even if 8 frames go away.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they could say, like, we got half a frame to go away. Enjoy. We'll have to hold that. It isn't going to be perfect.
No.
Like I said, I think Tekken 7 got as low as 2.
Wow, that's really good. And they have low loading,
Tekken?
They don't have the loading is not as bad as it like Tekken Tag 2.
Oh, yeah, I still feel it's kind of bad.
No, I like it.
When I'm streaming it, like I have to like even you still see the lag between the fire in the background as it's loading. I have to wait for the lightning to hit the versus thing for me to get my cue to move to the next slide.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's one of my little tricks.
It's something that you don't like about it.
Yeah,
I think it's fine. It keeps up that tension.
Okay.
But Tekken Tag 1 has the best load times ever. That's because it's PS2, buddy.
In PS2 days. It's because they didn't have to load those like super high res graphics.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I'm just, yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, so that's gonna come out on the 23rd. Until it does, we won't know, what the effects will be until. Funny enough, I just realized that patch drops. That means Capcom Cup will be using that patch.
Correct.
So we should see something change. I hope.
You would think. One would think.
You would think. But yeah.
Is that it for our corner?
That's it for our corner, man. We are tapped out. That's going to do it for Fighters Corner, guys. And now we are going right into the randoms of the FGC, where we're just going to look at complete nonsense
real quick
that we find online that have to do with our favorite fighting games.
Let's keep it up with Street Fighter.
Okay, what you got?
We'll go to the Excura, hitting a couple of things. The reason why I want to go straight into Excura is because due to this, like, Capcom actually, or Street Fighter, actually saying things on social media about the game, saying that we've been listening, even though we've been saying things forever. But now that they're listening,
screaming.
Well, actually, it could be because Ono has a lower position, right?
I don't think he went to a lower position. It's just he's no longer the director of fighting games.
Okay, so someone else may have, and then they wanted to listen to what's going on. So all of these things that he's that Excura is showing about, he's just, showing pictures of favorite characters and favorite things and favorite outfits.
In the past, like 16 hours ago, he posted up a certain picture with no kinds of text or anything whatsoever. This is Hinata, I believe, right?
That's Hinata. Yes.
Hinata from Rival
correct.
Schools.
Yeah, maybe that's a skin for Sakura or
potentially.
Something.
We have Nash from Cannon Assault or Cannon Spike. It's
Cannon,
one of Cammy's moves.
It's Cannon Strike.
Cannon Strike, thank you.
Yeah.
Nash with the he's got
his gun.
He's got the Uzi. It's not even the Uzi. That's like an AK or somewhere in it.
Right. Well, this one has a shirt underneath, so there's
yeah. So still maybe he'll still have rollerblades though.
Yeah.
Cammy does have a costume from that game.
Yes, with the boots.
Yep, with the boots instead of the rollerblades.
So what I'm trying to get at is maybe Capcom is now paying more attention to Street Fighter and what people have been asking for. Not just asking for, but also sort of, the stuff that makes us go, oh, my gosh, Street Fighter. Oh, my gosh, Rival Schools. Oh, my gosh, the 90s or the early 2000s,
Yeah.
They're trying to probably harken back, and I can believe it after this tweet that they're trying to fix things.
Yeah, I mean, Excura has been he's been correct. And I can't even just say correct. He's the one that's been diving and finding this information for it. He has been data mining. And finding, some of his tweets here show on the 8th saying Capcom's releasing all late content in 2019. I don't even know what the hell that means. What a big lull on it. I'm not sure. A little bit lower. If you also look, Easter eggs are coming to standard costumes soon, meaning if, kind of like if you want to put Yuri in his OG Third Strike Thong outfit, that's like a certain button combination. Apparently that's being added to older costumes that for certain characters. You can see Ed here. He's got his Shadow Luke costume, but he's got no shirt on.
Here you go. Costumes of characters I saw at the time were default costume Barok, Vega, Bison, Colleen, Manat. Story costume Colleen, Manat. Battle outfit 1, Colleen, Ed, and Zaku. I said it weird because I just read it weird. The code is different and the only accessed by the developer mode secret route. So, there are a couple things. That looks pretty cool. I think we should be getting a lot more. I want some more Rival Schools kind of nostalgia happening. So I'm pretty sure we can probably get some sort of Rory outfit for Ken.
We're even seeing some tweets for him about Resident Evil costumes, which of course Resident Evil 2 remake coming around. That's just gonna add to the pool of buying stuff. So we got Jill. Funny enough, they got a Jill 3 costume.
Who could you see as Jill? Maybe Falk.
Falk, I swear, if they give it to Chun, I will flip.
Yeah, I'm gonna get pretty mad. Maybe Colleen.
Who else is a cop? Cammy's technically a cop. As a matter of fact, we have seen some mods of Cammy already being Jill. So
yeah,
maybe Capcom's been looking online and going like, "Yo, that's a good idea."
Yeah, I think so.
Wouldn't be surprised. I mean, there's mad. It wouldn't be the first time that you've seen like something a developer has done start from a community effort, some love for a certain thing. I mean,
what is this, by the way?
It's happening now. What is what?
One of the Edge story mode is coming. Full error. LOL. What is that exactly? Tayo Academy from Rival School. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's an emblem
Rival
for
School
Tayo.
skin pack. That would be cool.
Oh boy,
Do, 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 do,
that's
do,
gonna be sick.
do. Anyway, now I'm just starting to sing.
Yeah.
So
No,
I'm
we ain't
with
doing
it.
that. We ain't doing that.
No, we're not. Okay, sorry. You want to clear,
Yes,
clear my
yes.
face?
Yeah,
What is-
yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're getting stage settings, too, coming. General story. So, you know how there's certain stages that had, like, plain old backgrounds?
Yeah.
In the game? They're probably going to get those stages, even though I hope that it's not plain, like that hallway when you're going to go fight Bison. It's kind of boring.
Yeah, I saw. He actually had a video of that. He was like playing online matches with that. I don't know if that was his way of. I mean, you could just mod that though. That's the thing. You can just
Yeah.
mod that in, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see.
See, these hallways are boring.
A little bit, but you know, it's extra stages. Whatever. I'll take it.
You'll take it.
I'll
Doesn't
take
mean
it.
I will.
Nope.
I'm a
Absolutely
grump
not.
right now.
So with that, we have another. We're probably gonna jump off our Street Fighter V Rampage, and
Bandwagon.
we're gonna hit some of the indie stuff. So Fantasy Strike
Hey.
posted up. This is actually sent to us by, I believe it was Leonix on Twitter.
Okay.
Longtime viewer. Thank
Thank
you
you,
very
sir.
much, sir. Appreciate it. Oh, mad love to you, man. Where they showed an update where they're using visuals to kind of show what's called like some of the jargon you hear in fighting games, right? So we're gonna give you a quick dirty lesson on it.
Stop it. I'm trying to get this.
So in fighting games, there's different kind of statuses you're in. There's like block stun, hit stun, neutral,
Yes.
advantage, negative. Like what does that mean really to the person that doesn't know fighting games, right? Gabe?
Right.
Break them down for me. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Oh, Jesus
So-
is awesome.
so
Give me a second.
Frame advantage means what?
Frame advantage is when you do a thing and you are plus on block. What does that mean is if you hit someone with your button, let's say stand jab, and you recover before the character is able to push a button to do
opponent.
any movement.
Mhm.
Your opponent, excuse me.
Your
So-
character can.
mhm. So 2 characters here. I smack this guy, and if I hit this guy and he blocks it, he won't be able to move until a certain point. But I might move faster. If I can move faster, that means I am plus, and I have frame advantage.
Correct. So it's pressing a button and you being able to do an action before your opponent is able to. You both recover, but you recover faster, hence you can do something
Right.
before, so
And-
you're at an advantage.
And if you're able to recover while they're still in block stun, and you push another button while they're blocking, that's called a block string because they can't do anything out of that.
Technically, yeah.
Word?
Um,
Well, right.
no, it's a series of buttons. So like a series of buttons that there is no gap in between
Right.
is a block string. As in, they can't
Yes.
press a button in between. If there's a gap, that means they can interrupt. That is not a true block string, is what
Right.
it is.
And then that's where you get into all frame trap
Yes,
area as
yes.
well.
We won't dive into
No,
frame
no, no,
traps.
no, no, no.
We're gonna stick
That's
to what
another
the
focus
visuals
attack for
show.
another day.
So in Fantasy Strikes, you're gonna see there's like the first set is they're these blue kind of sparks. If you see a bigger image of this particular symbol, you recover first by a lot.
Right, and that
this
means
is the
you have to be the
scientific
one
term.
hitting
A
them.
lot.
Right.
It'll vary between. I don't know if the symbol only comes out if say you're always +2 and above, or
Right.
if you're just +1, or if you're +20. Is it the same size?
Right.
I would
Could cover the
assume-
whole screen. That'd
yeah,
be great.
right. At that point.
Mhm.
So then there's another version of it, which is the same symbol, just slightly smaller, meaning
Correct.
you only recover by a little. By a lot means you can probably string it into something that takes more frames to put out, maybe a roundhouse or a fierce, versus if you recover a little from doing a hit or something, or some sort of string that just puts them in block stun for a certain amount of time. Maybe you might be able to throw in an extra jab to check them, right, to keep them true. So the sizes vary, so you kind of get to know real quick whether or not you're really advantageous or you're not.
Correct.
So we have our middle one. You recover at the same time. It is yellow. It's very easy to tell and see. Basically, that means you are resetting back to what is called neutral, where you both can press a button at the same time.
Yeah.
Like you're both
Wait,
just neutral. Like you can
do-
both just press a button at the
Are
same
you
time.
showing this on the screen?
Oh, shoot. I thought you were showing it.
My bad. Hey.
That didn't make any sense
Okay.
considering I'm controlling it.
Yeah.
Just wanted to put you on the spot and see
It's
if
okay.
you heard me.
I am on
All right,
fire.
so
what?
you recover at the same time is the yellow spark indicator in Fantasy Strikes.
Okay.
And that just says, hey, whatever series just happened, we are back at neutral. We are back at into the footsie game, into the spacing, into whatever the game is that you're trying to play. You're both neutral, so neither of you are at an advantage or at disadvantage. All right, so that is neutral. And then we got our right side, which is covered in red. It's very similar to the blue. It's just in red, so it's kind of like a big visual. I like it because it's instantly like, you see red, you don't want to press it. Or even if you know it's red, you're like, I'm gonna disrespect this red and I'm gonna up DP, right? Like, you kind of get into the mind games. So it's same formula. It's small. It means you're negative, as in your opponent's going to recover faster than you. They're going to be able to press a button before you.
I wonder how long you have to see these.
Yes,
flashes.
That's something I actually want to go and take a look at. I'm pretty sure Meza actually has already played and he's told me about it. It's just I haven't seen these visuals until now. So that's the smaller one, and then of course the larger one. Oh, let me get through this real quick.
Yes.
So in the larger one, basically, to your moves like your roundhouses, your unsafe specials like Dragon Punch, they leave you typically negative by a lot, or command grabs even. Command grabs tend to leave you because they have to do the recovering of whiffing their grab. That is usually a punishable move, something that like you put it out there. If you whiff that, you're going to eat this 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe your entire life bar because depending on what game.
Maybe all 5 of your life bars.
Hey, Virgil, you pressed C and whiffed, and you have no meter and no X factor. You're about to eat whatever I decide to throw.
This game knows how to punish you. I'll tell you that.
Yes,
that's why I didn't want to play it. I was
so you were showing there's a visual, there's an actual video, full screen that so I can see it.
Check it out.
All right, so we're seeing just an example of that.
Boom, boom.
So we're seeing.
He's got Chun-Li arms. Hold up.
So we got Grave. That's actually
+2.
Yep. Oh, that
plus
is Chun-Li's moves for sure.
Yeah, those are Chun-Li's back medium punch.
Back medium.
And that is 100% not Mitsurugi, but that other guy.
What other guy?
The guy from SNK vs. Capcom from Samurai Showdown. What did I click? All right. What's his name? Hanamaru?
Yeah.
Wow, that was very minus. Boom, boom, boom. So it's obviously visual cues, and it does last for long. So it looks like the game slows down for those negative as hell moves. So right there, you see that was a big circle. He had enough time to punish him with this heaviest of kicks.
Yeah. So the cool thing about it, it's a visual way of teaching a kind of like a mechanic that is universal to fighting games. This is not like just a Fantasy Strike thing. This is everything. We don't usually have visuals for this. You usually have to know the numbers, right? You need to know your frame. You need to know your character really hardcore to kind of get that. But it's cool that they added it. I like it because it kind of lowers the barrier a little bit, kind of lets you – the fundamentals, right? That's kind of everything. So it's – I dig it. I like what I'm seeing with them on including that in.
It looks a lot better than what I saw like last week. They were on when I saw someone playing it last week, they were on a very dark stage. So I just didn't like how it looked. But it's just looking a lot better, and I think I like it.
Haomaru, by the way.
I said that.
I'm pretty sure that's where you were right.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So Haomaru. It looks like him, yeah. But he's got Chun-Li hands, like you said.
Yeah,
back
Chun-Li back
that
medium
is legit.
Punch.
Chun-Li is like
Chun-Li
back medium
punch.
But they're plus like that,
and then he has Fei Long's crouch fierce? Well, not really.
Wait, can you bring it up again? Because I want to see how big the actual – so you go like – let me see. Plus, minus, plus, kind of plus, negative. But here's the thing, though. Like right there, like –
that?
So that was looks like a fierce.
That was heavy. Yeah. That was a roundhouse.
No, that was a fierce because it was his hands.
Oh, yeah.
So
unless that's a special move. Unless
that's also a special. He looks like he canceled that very negative move into that slash, which is also a negative move. Yeah. But that's the thing about it. Like
you could have interrupted easily.
You could have probably interrupted because it looked very slow. But that's also like how we're like tacking on another rule. Like sure, if I leave at this, end my string at this, I'm super negative. But if I cancel into a special move that's plus,
I could catch him swinging.
Exactly. Like so, you're adding like another layer. So it's really cool because it's just like. It kind of just pushes that idea you must always keep that in check. Because if you're an opponent that is just trying to look at those colors and that's it, like, it's not enough. Because guess what? Then if your opponent knows that you're looking at those colors, then he's then mind gaming you while you're trying to mind game him or her or whatever. But
oh, hey, we have something else. Is that a fireball thing?
Yeah, it looks neutral.
Boom.
Oh, it's negative up close.
Okay.
But from a distance, it's.
Well, it's more plus because you can move if you throw a fireball far away.
There you go.
So, yeah.
All those
It's
other
just showing the
rules.
recovery of the fireballs.
Yeah.
All right.
I dig. Yo, Fantasy Strike. That's cool. I like the little visual. I wasn't expecting it to be as as noticeable. I thought it was something that was gonna be so fast you'd kind of like not realize you were plus or you were negative or whatever. But I dig.
I'm with it.
Went up on that. I kind of like seeing that. So this next piece is
Sorry, I had to make the one-up sound effect because you said that.
It's all good.
Did you want to go to BB?
Yes. So this next piece is oh no, not Ruby, excuse me. Not tag. But we can go to tag. Fuck it. Let's go to tag.
Oh.
Do it live.
We do it live.
We do it live. That's what we do here.
Yes.
This is Double Tap Live. Follow us at DoubleTapFGC.
What he said.
Anyway, so this is a mod that I feel like I did come across it, but there was like a small update to it back in August. I know like 2 months away, but I didn't see it until I came across it on the Steam library on like the mods page and also BB tag improvement mod. There was definitely I feel like we definitely covered it before, but I kind of wanted to put it out there again.
You said it's just a mod?
Yeah, it came out in June.
Okay.
And what the mod does is lets you do a couple of things like more specifically, this is the one thing I do remember what it does is it lets you do custom color palettes within the game, within the engine of the game.
Cute.
So people are just creating their custom palettes, custom characters. They look dope as shit. Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah,
I just want to kind of give it I guess technically this could be a mod highlight, but it's been around for a while, and I wasn't 100% sure on whether or not we covered it, so I just wanted to put it back out there. So if you are a BB Tag fan, you enjoy the game, and you're playing it on PC, on Steam, make sure to check out the BB Tag improvement mod. Give some support out to, I believe it's Neo Stray Cat. That's who I'm seeing here, but I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing the other collaborator. There's like one other, but it's not being listed.
I cannot click it.
Oh, Neo Stray Cat and Kovi Domi.
Yes, that name.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, there it is down here. Yes.
Yes.
Kovi Domi.
Correct. So yeah.
Okay.
For any of those that want to get a little flair on your characters, get your Ruby to look Ruby blue, Ruby silver, or something. Go ahead and download that.
Green Arcade.
All right. Yeah. So,
Hold on.
I don't know why it's just like I said, a bunch of speculation stuff going on with the FGC, and this isn't even so much like say speculating, as my host just walks away. But so Green Arcade was an arcade over in Korea that was known in the Tekken community, and we're not really gonna touch on it too much. This is kind of like to address. This is gonna seem kind of like mean almost, but it's not. I don't want to say it's mean, but all right. So R is avoiding the puddle, known Tekken figurehead, commentator, funny guy, great stream, he does some great content. He had a video. Someone highlighted how he said like, oh, it's funny how he said how it's funny how people are now tweeting about Green Arcade going out of business, but no one cared about it for the 2 years it was doing bad, or whatever. People it's been slated that this arcade was already doing bad, but it was doing worse because it was a Tekken spot, but like Tekken 7 was not getting its Season 2 updates in the arcade. It was not being supported. So no one's going to go to an arcade to play the old version of the game when there's the new season, the new characters, yada, yada. So that kind of like, I guess it was the straw that broke the camel's back, and now they were closing. Not they're closing for bad reasons, but apparently, the owners, they were elderly, so they actually were like just retiring. So like, all right, it's been fun. It's been great.
They were ready to close it down.
Yes, so the Tekken community even have like the competitors like Knee have like their trophies and stuff there. Like their trophy, if you look at the Twitter feeds from that post from Knee, you'll see pictures of like the owner with them, or like the elderly lady or the wife, or maybe the owner, just hanging out, taking pictures with champs, or you see Rip and stuff in there. And it's great. You get to see that community aspect there. Now, the thing that I kind of have a problem with is
what's that?
Is like RS did his little.
Wow.
He put in his two.
That's
he put
a
in
sad
his
photo right there.
He put in his 2 cents about oh, why is everyone saying liking a tweet or tweeting out? It's so sad. Like, I get it. I didn't know about Green Arcade until like last year, and has a long legacy and all that. But I get, I don't see a problem with people going. He said, why are people saying this now instead of saying it over the 2 years trying to support it? Like, I get it, He doesn't want people being so fake. No one kind of wants that. But if it's someone that's genuine, like I feel bad. Like I'm like, damn, like another arcade down. It doesn't have to be. I don't have to have a crazy fucking connection to this arcade to understand that shit didn't go well. It was going down, it was going down the drain, and it was still supporting a community. Like I don't have to be there to understand that. So I don't also have to be that. I can also be that person to even just send my manager to be like, yo, I'm sorry to hear that. It sucks. And hopefully to bigger and better things, hopefully everyone is well and everything's going on for. Like, it kind of like irked me a bit. I was like, bro, like, you don't have to be always connected 100% with everything to kind of be a person and still understand that, that was a dope spot that is no longer there anymore, because maybe I've had a place like that over here, which I have, and it's no longer around. So it's like, it was kind of like, like I get it. He's also trying to just ward off the fakeness. Yeah, understandable, but I felt like I was a little dickish. I was kind of like, come on, bro.
Oh,
like,
I mean, it is ours.
At the same time, it is him. That's his personality. That's his persona. That's what he does. So do him. But Green Arcade's closing. Send out the good energies to those that support the community, no matter what. That's really
I hope they have more
not
places
much more
to play then in South Korea. Then
yeah. Hopefully something else pops up and gets that same support. But it looked like it was a bomb and try.
Seeing that Jubeat going away too. Look at that thing.
Yep.
But still, this really stings, because you hate to see any type of arcade close.
Yeah.
Well, no, not any.
I really no. No. To be real, I would hate to hear any arcade closing, because also like little tidbits of my childhood, so I kind of have a connection with that, and I'm pretty sure you'd feel the same way, and there's plenty of other people that feel the same way.
If it doesn't have DDR fighting games, then it can close. No, I'm kidding.
Damn.
Ticket redemption games, get out of here. No.
Raw.
It's fine. But any type of arcade, type of arcade culture, any type of thing, like anyone can enjoy that and still go back to it, and this is great. It's just things will sort of they're gonna die off, but at the same time, whatever can try to keep it alive, I'm sure anyone that likes that culture can definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, even regardless of whether or not they made it there or couldn't make it there or even knew about it. Like I don't have to know someone. Like all right, I'm not gonna keep going in on it. I'm not gonna keep going in on it.
It's okay.
I'm kind of done with it. I'm done with this.
Right.
All right, on to the next thing. That is our random to the FGC. I hope I didn't seem too hostile towards RS or anything like that, but I was kind of like, bro,
it's okay.
All right, it is what it is.
We forgive you for now.
For now. So that is gonna lead us to our folks attack. So we're gonna be talking about a topic that's gonna spin the wheels in your head. Maybe you can learn a thing or two. This week's gonna be interesting because it's been the thing to talk about since yesterday. I want to say was when it started.
And this is where I do like talking about these type of topics. Sort of like when me and Meza and I were talking about where that fine line between being serious and like casual and competitive and professional sort of line. But we have some news. Echo Fox has been dropping a couple of players, specifically Scar, Theo, and Punk.
Yes.
Are currently free agents. Scar tweeted out, "It's been a fun 2 years, but as of today, I am a free agent and no longer a part of Echo Fox. I thank them for the journey and opportunities and wish them luck going forward. DMs and emails are open to those willing to work together going forward." And these are guys that you would regularly see in top 8s of Injustice or top 8s of Street Fighter. And they get picked up?
Fox got picked up less than 7 months ago.
Fox? Oh, Echo. Sonic
excuse
Fox?
me, not Fox.
No.
Excuse me.
Punk got picked up
Punk
this
got picked
year.
up.
Theo and Scar were picked up last January, I believe, or at least they were there last year because
around
they both made Evo top 8. Scar was in Evo top 8 2016 for Mortal Kombat, and Theo's just always there. I feel like Theo's always in top 8, but lately he hasn't been showing up much, or I just haven't been paying that much attention to Injustice. Punk, on the other hand, he's hasn't shown up as much. Would you say?
Well, I mean, he just won out in Mexico. I think he won Thunderstruck for Street Fighter.
That sounds correct. Apparently, they did just say that, yeah.
Yeah, he just won. So the reason why. All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the reason we're bringing up these topics, right? So it kind of like was a red flag for some people because Echo Fox had tweeted 5 hours prior to his announcement they tweeted out his comeback that won him grand finals. You know,
Wow.
he won it for the team. He won it under the Echo Fox banner, right? And then he gets dropped, right? The announcement happens and he gets dropped. So instantly, you know, people are like, oh, well, the speculation, right? It's like, why would they drop Punk and now Scar and Theo?
But kept this kill stage.
Who else?
No.
Well, the kill stage, I think, I don't think did he win Thunderstruck?
It's a weekend more clutch plays as Kill Sage battled his way to 4th place finish at Dragon Ball Z Thunderstruck.
Psych.
So
Okay, so he didn't win that. He got 4th. But, hey, still respectable.
That's funny. Did you see that?
No, what?
Right here, it says, hang out with your boy FGC Theo as he ups his Dragon Ball Fighter Z game, Twitter, and then it says tweet is unavailable.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I thought that was kind of funny.
Wait, why does it say here? Red Hood training in progress. Scar going live with some Injustice 2. And then he drops.
Come on. It was Hook Gang. There we go. Hook Gang.
Are they let me see. Did they sort of just drop the guys that they
tweeted out
that were working the hardest?
No, no. Okay, look, this is where we're gonna get.
I'm just speculating. Go ahead.
This
Teach
is where
me the ways here.
This is where it's gonna get where my idea of like what's going on or potentially a lesson to be learned here for everybody.
Oh.
So being a sponsored player is kind of the goal for a lot of people in the FGC. Those that take it competitively, those that take it super serious. There is even some people that play, i.e. cats like Josh Wong, that they're just really good. And sure, they'll show up to tournaments, but they really don't give a shit about sponsors and traveling like that, right? This isn't the esports life is not for him or her.
No, it's just sometimes it's just a way to make money for some people.
Sometimes it's make a little bit of change. Sometimes it's to hang out with your friends, the community that you grew up with, right? So being a sponsor player to make it to that level, to a company to this stature of Echo Fox, who they were actually relatively, when it comes to esports, they're new. They're still very fresh.
Yeah, I'd say so.
They haven't been around for long. So they
Evil Geniuses though has been around maybe 9 years probably now.
EG's been around for a long time. So with Fox being the caliber company, being supported by Rick Fox, ex NBA star on the Lakers, yada yada, multi-millionaire. The guy really does, he's gonna die spending his money, kind of deal, right?
Yeah, I would never join because they beat us in 2001. So there's that.
Yeah. All right. Well, you can hold that. But in the meantime, to get the offer, like, hey, I want you on my team. They have the backing, right? It's very easy. I think the FGC, it happens more often than not where there's a team that will show up, promise you the world, and give you with gugats, right? Give you nothing.
Of course.
You're not supported financially. You're not supported travel-wise. You're just wearing a jersey. People are wary of that, but then there are companies that they can do it, i.e. Echo Fox.
Yep.
But you need to have the skills to pay the bills kind of deal, right? You need to bring something to the table. Most commonly, it's placings. It's placements. Like, hey, guess what? I won this tournament. I won this tournament. I won this tournament. Here's my resume. Top 8s. I am one
not
to
at
be.
locals.
I am one not to be.
Locals.
Yeah, locals do not count.
Locals ain't
do
nothing.
not count locals.
Nope.
Those are tryouts at the best.
Yep. And if you can't beat your locals, why do you expect to get out of pools?
If you can't beat your locals that beat you will be the ones that get picked up even.
Yeah.
Right? But you do not count them. They are not something to be worn unless your locals are super stacked all the time on some NLBC,
Wednesday night fights or
Wednesday night
NLBC.
fights kind of deal. Like, those don't matter. Like, locals will not matter. So you typically, like I said, placements are what kind of shows your ability. Scar has that. Theo has that.
Scar had the most entertaining Sonya, and I know you play Sonya.
And yes, Scar, I think, was one of the reasons why Sonya became what she was, her demolition version after a while with the multiple grenades and all that. He made that character a fucking problem. And tipping my hat to you, man. It was awesome watching you play her. Can't wait for MK11. And Punk, most definitely. Coming out 2017 with Karen, in his first year.
Yeah.
Evo runner from being a fucking local here at the Go for Brokes here. Way back in those days. Broad Street Battles, the Red Bulls.
I beat him, though. So.
All right, get out. All right. You probably did. But anyway, to what he is now, a player that he jumps on any game. He plays BB Tag. He does top 8s in that.
BB Tag.
He did Fighters for a little bit. He was doing well. He just dropped it. He did Injustice for a little bit as well, and he kept Street Fighter, right?
Yeah.
You know, the guy has made his rounds. He's shown that he is someone to be trifled with.
He has his resources as well. The players that he plays with
Yep.
are very good, high caliber, so he knows how to practice. It's
Exactly.
not that he's not. It's not that he.
It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't a fluke.
Right. He's
All
a
right.
good player.
So you got your players that are good.
Mhm.
They got their check marks off.
Mhm.
Nowadays,
Blue check marks.
it's more
Sorry.
than just placing.
Yep.
Companies need to look at more than just, oh, you did well in this tournament. Cool, good for you. We'll keep you on for that. No, they want more from you. They are putting a lot of money, resources, and time in you. They need to get that investment back. They need to keep you hot in some way.
Yep.
There are so many avenues now to brand yourself, to brand someone to a lot of people, whether it be through a sponsorship, you know, with some item, with specific product or something. More commonly, which I think is where you're probably going to be heading towards, you know, the streaming aspect of things, you know, being exposed to thousands upon 10,000s of people, to hundred thousands of people on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Or YouTube gaming, whatever, which YouTube gaming is going away, by the way. You know, the companies want their brand out there as much as possible, more than just, oh, whose player won this? Oh, it was Echo Fox's player. That's cool. That's okay. That's good in the competitive side, but they want more than that. You need to have a personality. You need something that is marketable is the big thing. And if you don't have, I think at this point, if you do not have those check marks, you will not last. And companies will notice. Echo Fox, they came in swinging. They came in and got damn near half the FGC competitive scene under their umbrella.
They did.
And then they
they
slowly.
had like two players for each game almost.
They just came in. They were like, I want the best. I want Tokido. I want this guy. I want Wong. I want Momochi. I want Choco Blanca. I want Mewtwo King. They can keep going.
They didn't touch Tekken.
Yeah, they do. JDCR insane.
No, I'm saying they didn't touch, as in they didn't drop Tekken.
Oh, no, they didn't drop Tekken.
Who's the most consistent? Them two.
Not most, but
they're in.
They're damn good.
JDCR is in at least every top 8 I've seen.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. That's placement. That's one.
That's right.
That's one aspect. They got that check.
You have to always be on camera. You can't just be walking around the venue. The venue is just 500 at certain like events, or maybe be 500 people seeing that jersey. But then when you get on stream, that's even more people.
Yeah,
and it's not just on stream. It would be on stream and you did something spectacular, or on stream and you made top 8, top 16, top 32. Personality, good looking, like you know, all of that.
No, like you're not wrong doing something exceptional. You know, like
look at Oni-san. Oni-san, you remember what he did? Took his shirt off against Punko.
Yeah, I remember that.
So like you know.
But it's that's a mix of two. That's a mix of your skills, and then there's the marketability. There's the personality that needs to be behind it. People need to connect with you in some way. If you are not doing that, you are alienating a lot of people, customers, people that would want to buy the jerseys, money, you know, that's coming to the company, and eyes to see them to grow, and they will see that. They will see your metrics. They will eagle eye your fucking metrics. How much are you being retweeted? How much are you going out and reaching out into your community? Because at the end of the day, they want the community you represent to be behind you, because that community is money, it's views, it's following, it's all of that.
He's on fire.
Well, yeah, it's because this is fucking like common sense. It's a brand thing. You know why? Because the one player that has done it to the T,
Justin Wong.
Kind of.
What do you mean?
He has. Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. He has like he's got his own like content he's building. Yes, the rainbow grilled cheese video. I saw. Shout outs to Noel. I saw you back there. I didn't know you were on that video, so I started it up. But the one person that has built a brand for themselves way more than just being just like a budding game player is Daigo. Daigo has built the brand that has made him to just make his books, do his events, run tournament series that he wants on a consistent basis with backing from companies. You know, put on players, have his own little team. The B-Side Games team. His team. His team that he puts under him. The PR Rogs, the fucking Snake Eyes and shit.
What's the team with their on again?
I can't remember. Side Games?
Yeah, Side Games.
No, it's Side Games, The Beast. The team is The Beast. It's just backed by Side Games, right? But at the end, the middleman for all that, Daigo.
Yep.
Like, he is the example for that. Gamer B, of course. Sorry, I seem to have forgotten.
Dude, it's like they are. Hold on, let's look that Twitter up.
Yeah, you look that up. But what I'm saying at the end of the day, it's the marketability. So you can have your plays. Marketability.
Thank you.
Sorry, I had to catch my breath.
Yeah.
So Punk, great player, absolutely great player. Good attitude, good personality, yes, but he wasn't being put out there. I don't think, sure, I think he streamed. He did his contractual streaming like 3 times a month, maybe.
Was it like
depending on
what were
if
the
he was
hours they had to do? What was it like 40 hours?
Sometimes
week
maybe
or month?
yeah, it might be a month. I don't
Yeah.
think it's a week. It couldn't be a week because that's a full-time job at that point.
That's
If
right.
you have to
I
travel,
mean,
that's not happening.
Shouldn't they be?
No, you're right. It should. But I'm saying if you're traveling though,
Gamer
it's
B
kind of
Fudo
harder to
and
do.
Daigo. Gamer B Fudo and Daigo.
Is Snake Eyes and PR not on there no more?
Snake Eyes, I believe, is Red.
Oh, Chris
who?
No, not Christy.
Not Chris who? Christy.
Christy? No, yeah, Christy's
it's
on there.
Christy,
Yeah,
yeah.
Christy's on there. That's right. I'm just thinking back to Evo.
Christitarian, yeah.
Yep, Christitarian, he's on there. Marketability is the biggest part. So Punk, like I said, when he was hot,
And
he was
memeable.
hot. And would you say memeable?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be memeable.
Christy is memeable.
Okay,
Yeah, he's
Alright.
always angry.
I'll believe that.
Mm-hmm.
So Punk was hot. But like in terms of community involvement to get the most out of wearing that
PR
Echo
Rog.
Fox, I said PR Rog.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To get the most out of that Echo Fox on his back to show his return on investment from them,
Yeah.
I feel like it wasn't there. So it isn't, and I'm not saying it's just to them, to the FTC guys, because guess what? Echo Fox dropped their entire COD team. They dropped their entire Gears of War team. And it's kind of odd that they would drop the
hold on.
COD team right before
We went to this, right?
Black Ops 4 came
Right
out.
here?
Yes, they said it in their press release.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? After careful review and consideration, we will be disbanding our Call of Duty and Gears of War team as well as releasing some of our fighting game and other select players. I forgot they have like Shadowverse and a couple other games as well. These moves will allow us to focus our time and resources to continue development on the remaining rosters, ensure that the delivery on expectations of our fans and our players and the rest of the Echo Fox family, blah, 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 blah. Profitability is all I heard there. They went in with the intention of pulling up and bringing up a roster and then figuring out who was really getting the return on. And that's who you're keeping. So if you look at the other guys that are still on, Tokido, I don't think next to Daigo, Tokido's like he's his own thing. I don't think he's made the big moves like Daigo has in terms of branding, but he is so synonymous and he's very hot right now. Just
he's
like
made 2 Evo
Punk.
top. He's made Evo.
Evo,
twice,
Capcom
and in Grand
Tour,
Finals
he is
twice.
always in the top 2,
Yep.
at least.
That's the
I don't
equivalent
say
of
always.
JDCR.
I'm sorry, I don't want to say always, but
Equivalent of JDCR. They're just up there.
They're just
they
always
will
there, right?
always be on stream.
so then you got guys like Choco and Momochi, which from what I heard,
Right.
they weren't on that updated teams list at some point yesterday. Then I went to go looking back, then they were put back up. They do more than just play.
Right.
They have an entire like academy of teaching FGC stuff is what they do. So they have content.
They are
known. They are known faces. They are that known power
Right.
couple, right? That
Yep.
like some people will just
you
understand.
need your little, yatta,
yeah,
you need
exactly.
your love,
They do a lot. I believe Choco does like a lot of TV stuff out in Japan and stuff
Right.
like that. So that brand is getting exposed out
Yep.
there in the East. That's their market, right? So you got Tokido still. You got the JDCR. You still have Saint. But like I feel like
They're just not
Punk
holding their own.
Punk Theo and Scar
Yeah.
were just they were great players. So I'm not taking
They
away. They
were
were great
depending
players.
on the brand. The brand wasn't depending on them.
Yeah,
That's
kind
what I
of
think
deal.
happens.
Kind of deal.
So
So they were like,
yeah.
we're gonna cut the fat.
Mhm.
We're gonna get our lean meat
Cuisine.
in cuisine. Oh, nice, thank you.
Thanks, no
He's
problem.
not a rapper, guys, but our lean mean
I rap
cuisine
gifts,
on,
dog.
and they were like, all right, you're cut.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens, but like it's a lesson. As long as it happens to you and you understand the lesson behind, like, oh, okay, what were my flaws? They left on professional terms. They tweeted out, hey,
But
I hope the
Yeah.
best for them and their endeavors. I am a free agent. I'm looking for a team if someone's willing to work with me.
here's my thing, though. I don't feel like Punk nor Theo. I can't say much about Scar because, but they didn't have a marketable persona. Punk's persona stuff all just died. He wasn't the same that he was after the second sponsor.
After PG. You think he'll go back to PG?
I don't think so. I mean, if he does, then it'll be like what
Punk and
happened?
Infiltration on the same team. That's pretty good.
Infiltration, I think, is gonna get dropped too.
We
But that's
th-
a different
until we
topic.
have not touched that on
Right.
this show yet.
We're not
It's
going
because until
Yeah.
all the details are out,
Yeah.
you know, that's like
Yeah.
hella speculation
Yeah.
to a level that I'm
But that's
not willing to
expected.
do
No,
right now.
That's expected that he might get dropped. So
Yes.
but Punk, I don't know where he would go.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe I don't think EG would pick him up.
I don't know. Who knows? Who
Um,
knows? But like I said, at the end, if you look at it and take the lesson from it as to what it is that caused this, I mean, it might, you know, the funny thing is this is still technically speculation still
Yeah.
because we don't know 100%. For all we know, maybe all three of them had deals as well that they were feeling somewhere else, even though technically Echo Fox did say they were that they were, you know, cutting down the fat.
Yeah. So let me speak on it for a second.
Oh, yeah,
like,
go on.
I think that if you're just not on camera, you're just gonna have to be, you know, you're just gonna have to. I don't know how you're gonna help your brand, help that brand out that is showing you.
Do
if,
content.
you know, yeah. But that's the same
Be
thing.
involved.
They weren't making as many numbers on their streams, I'm sure, and they're noticing that. You know, they're gonna hound down and see like,
But-
hey, you're not.
But you know, how do you do that? You got to get put out there.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying like the brand needs to put you out there. You need to make that initiative. Hey, Echo Fox, can I
Yeah.
get our videographer
You
for
gotta-
like one weekend? I
Yeah.
want to do a really cool video, or here's a cool idea. Let me go do this video, or
Yep.
or give me a camera. I'll vlog like Justin.
Yep.
I'll do this. I'll do that.
Yep.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
you got to take. That's what I'm saying. The lesson needs to be. He needs to look at that. Winning isn't everything.
They say, I'll help you out if you help us out more.
That's how these
it.
relationships work.
That's how it
This is
should be.
this is a partnership. All right,
Yep.
it's like damn near a freaking marriage.
It's work.
Is
You
what
can't
it is.
just get it and then expect it. You know.
All the time. Yeah, no, you can't. You can't. So
Wow, they all had the same type of
yeah, I kind of
tweet, though.
noticed that too. It was very robotic almost. But yeah. Right now, you know, they're all free agents. It probably won't take long for them to get picked up. Of course, they're all exceptional players. But as long as they have the idea of what, you know, the lesson needed to be learned from here, like, guess what? Winning ain't everything. You need to market yourself. You need more people to click on that Echo Fox or that Panda Global or that Joe Blow sponsorship. Shop with your reference code. Get on your stream. Do some content. Help your community out. Shit, if there's a tournament, if you want to start working on the Mortal Kombat revival for MK11, start now. Get the sponsorship that's behind you to back it and be the face of that. Because then more of that community is going to know you when 11 drops or when the next Injustice drops or when Street Fighter 85 drops, whatever. And I know you're bringing it up right now. You brought up a really cool video that Auntie had just like quickly posted up.
I'd
So
say
give
go
us
check
give
it
us
out. I
the,
don't
give us
wanna-
the disclaimer of it.
Yeah, so real quick, he's saying, you know, you can't expect to play games all your life. I mean, unless you're actually going to make it a pro thing. Like we're saying, unless you're going to make it a full-time job. If you're not going to play it as full-time and depend on it, you're probably going to lose it. And when you lose it, you're going to have to go back to what you did before, which was have a job, find another job, use your resume to get some sort of job.
You need to develop some skills while you're out there. I think, to my knowledge, Filipino champ. He worked with. I don't want to go with him because I think that's a little bit. I think I might be wrong on something. But look at Combo Fiend. He was the producer for the Spider-Man PlayStation 4 game you're playing right now.
really?
You look at the credits, Peter Rosa. I found that first day. I was like, yo, there's no way that's not him.
You know who probably got him a job at
he was
Sony?
on the red carpet for Xfinity War.
You know who probably got him a job at Sony? Seth Killian.
Probably.
Wasn't Seth Killian working for Sony? He was working on PlayStation All-Stars.
Yes, he did. As a
Back
matter
in
of
the
fact, you're
day,
right. I
yeah.
don't know if he was consulting, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
They were players that pivoted into the industry in some way, shape, or form, and then, you know, whether they want to, what is it? Combo Fiend still plays Street Fighter 5. He plays Cody. He's got a
I heard.
disgusting Cody, right? He's coming out more, but he flipped those skills that got him into that industry into an actual job. That's what you need to do. You need to kind of develop these skills while you're playing, but that's just one road. That's just one road. Like I said, if you want to be that personality, that immortal personality that everyone's going to always attribute to, you have to brand yourself.
And it's
You
not
have
for
to
everybody
market.
either.
And it isn't.
Nope.
You have to understand. Like, it might not be for everybody, and it
Right.
might not be for you.
Right. It
but
could be your dream, but again,
you
it's
need
not a
you need
high
to
percentage
roadmap
that makes it.
You need to roadmap it. All right. I know this is like a lot of tangent over just like a couple players being
That's
dropped.
fine. No,
but it's
yeah.
because
It's what Anti talks about in this clip too.
as a matter of fact, it
Yeah.
is. He makes a little tidbit where it's like, yo, I'm going right back to school or I'm going right back to work because, yada yada yada. Like he says he's working on his skills because it's not all just about pressing buttons. At the end of the day, you're trying to make a living off of playing games. This esports thing might not be forever. So you need to develop, you need to change and have abilities that you can then back up into if you're not competing anymore.
However, I have this little inclination.
So this is Gabe's theory corner.
That
the Gorilla's cage.
The Ninja Fortnite explosion.
The trend.
Yeah, it overshadowed anything that, because you saw Echo Fox took over a lot of FGC.
A lot.
And he noticed that there were these players, these singular players that were doing well, that weren't getting sponsored, that were making top 8, and he noticed and he brought them on. They brought him on. But now you see this explosion of the Fortnite and Ninja and where the money is, and Overwatch too. Overwatch has some money. You saw what they did last year. Or this year, with
Overwatch League and all.
Yeah, Overwatch League. So all of that is getting the more views, the more revenue, right? So that blow up, you could blame Ninja and Fortnite for that, man.
I wouldn't say blame.
No?
But I get what you mean though. Companies are they're
getting
learning.
About on
they're
the,
learning
on the
and
magazines.
they're seeing it. It's evolving. It's changing. It's no longer being the fatality of your game.
It's
shout outs to those that are old enough to know what the fuck I'm talking about with fatality. That player, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, blood on the games. Yeah, I know.
Like,
crazy.
These companies are ring up and they're evolving and understanding that it isn't just all about placing, man. It is. They always knew it was about marketing, but now it's like it's even more important. It's becoming more of a big checkbox than it was like an optional. Because before, if it was optional, then that means you were just there longer.
You know,
now you have to be marketable for you to even be on the team.
And you know what's funny? In pop culture, whenever somebody brings up some sort of like Street Fighter reference, it is almost always a Street Fighter 2 or some sort of like 80s digital reference to Street Fighter. You know, it's always like a Hadouken.
Yeah, of course.
You know, like the cheesy. And the other day, I was somewhere, I was in a meeting, and I was like, yeah, I'll be competing this weekend, Red Bull, Conquest, whatever. He goes, man, I didn't even know Street Fighter was a thing. I'm like, was still a thing. I'm like, you are 20-somewhere years old, sir. I mean, no problem. He's a cool dude. I'm just saying, like, it's weird.
It just blew your mind.
Where Street Fighter, it's weird where these fighting games are. People love them, and then they still forget that they're there. But it gets overshadowed by people saying, when they say video game, it's like, oh, these guys on keyboard monsters, and it's gonna overshadow. And they're seeing where the revenue is. They're gonna sponsor more of those different type of revenue. Yeah, they're gonna sponsor those different type of events and players. They're seeing where the views are.
It's an
man.
evolving market, and the
is.
players need to educate themselves if they want to keep themselves within the scene. That's really the fucking lesson in all this.
Educate themselves, but what's it? Market, like you said, market themselves, man.
Yeah. All right.
You gotta make sure that every time you're on camera, you are physically on fire. No.
Yeah. Right. It doesn't mean you have to be a shill, but like, hey, by the way, Echo Fox, but like, no, you have to like want to.
You gotta be memeable, man.
Exactly.
Gotta be memeable.
Let's go with that. So,
all right,
that's gonna end.
So memeable that Fudo stands there and just like, look at this guy.
Fudo is just a walking meme. But guess what? That keeps him hot. So, that's gonna end our Folks Attack. What do you guys think? Do you think the players nowadays need to learn those lessons? To be more marketable if they want to survive. It's really up to you guys to give us a heads up. Tweet at us. Tell us what you feel.
Yeah, share with us what you think. But like I was saying, like we said before, it's just that fine line between professional and casual. And as we're seeing, like as we were talking about with Anti, it can come back to just bite you in the ass and turn you back into a casual.
It was a tweet from Scar that a follow-up. He said, 6 years, blood, sweat, and tears, and in one day you can be right back to where you started.
Yep.
That one was like, I'm like, yes, but that's because you didn't grow past where you started. You just had a name put on you. If I had that sponsorship for a year, you best believe I would have jumped in front of every camera I could, been involved in every project I could, and try to not only just improve myself, but also improve the community.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, that's where you came from. You spawned from the community, so why not support them when you make it? When someone makes the jump, it's like the rap game. Like you make it, then you gotta come back to your hood and just be like, "Yo, what up?"
Yeah.
But then you're like, "That was a bad idea."
And Scar ends it with that tweet.
Yeah, that Will
Fresh
Smith,
Prince of
Fresh
Bel-Air.
Prince of Bel-Air, empty living room, and just looking at that set. Yeah, the
You ever
feels,
be
the
there
feels,
for me, man? No,
the
let me stop.
feels, bro, the feels. All right,
Poor
and
guy.
with that is gonna lead us right into our mod highlights.
Yeah,
where we got
back
some,
on the upside. Give me some
yeah.
positivity.
Yes,
Holy
of course.
cow! I didn't know Nappa looked like Hercule.
Yeah, so we got a Hercule mod or Mr. Satan beta right now. Yeah, I know that color. So this is by Bomba Blake 13. You can fight it on
great.
Fighters Mods. This is
Yeah.
a Nappa skin. So it's basically Hercule put on Nappa, and it just kind of works out. Even the Cybermen are little gifts, just like how they were in Budokai, which is too damn funny.
It's great.
And his second color is just hilarious because it's just a take on Super Saiyan Gohan from the Cell Saga. He actually has the Super Saiyan hair. Or is it Gohan or Trunks?
Whoa, what is that?
I'm not sure now. That color theme's screwing with me.
Yeah.
Does it say in the description?
Let's see. Description. World War Select Champion of the world is
Nope.
here to face the
Nah, it's not on
fight. He replaces Nappa and Cybermen are presents. Take the time to enjoy the beta with 6 recolor and Halloween colors.
Oh, okay. He didn't put up all the colors.
Well,
but
it could just be a Super Hercule.
Super Saiyan Hercule.
Let's just call it
joint.
that.
Yeah, so you can check
Super
it out.
Saiyan God Hercule.
These are PC mods, guys, so make sure to check them out if you are playing it on Steam. Bomba Blake, you are new to the mod highlight scene, so
This is
I give you the
awesome.
stamp of approval. This looks really
Heck
good.
yeah, man.
I didn't realize how much Nappa just looked like Hercule. But then again,
Yeah.
you just slap on a fro and a stash and a couple
Megaton
gifts.
Blast Attack.
Exactly.
Megaton Kick.
God,
Yeah.
Budokai was
My daughter,
horrible.
Vidal. You know, okay, let me gush a little bit here.
Okay.
Mr. Satan, what do you think about that? It's mirrors, sir. Such insight.
Oh,
Sorry, that's
God.
a abridged kind of
Oh my God.
quote. It's not a quote to be exact, but it is pretty funny. So we have a Falk as Ivy by Addison.
Addison, yes.
Addison. Whoa.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
we
you
go.
can start.
What
That's-
up, blam.
There
There
you
we
go.
go.
Bam.
Yes.
So just in celebration of the online beta and with Soul Calibur just around the corner, we have a Falk as Ivy
Ooh.
outfit. That's pretty good.
That is
Makes
amazing
sense.
looking.
One of the only,
Jeez
if not the
Louise.
only weapon. No, technically Vega has a weapon too, but she has one that looks closest to a
Talking
sword.
about, Cody has weapons.
Cody fights dirty though.
Yes.
That boy just. But yeah,
Sucio.
so we
Sucio.
have a Falk as Ivy. It looks good.
Wow.
I mean-
that is actually amazing.
Yeah, it looks very solid. The sword looks good. It's kind of weird at some movements though because it's a staff and not a sword, so it's not like a slashing motion. It's just like a smacking motion. Like
It's a little awkward.
yeah, a little bit. If there was, but the cool thing about it because of the whole psycho purple color, it kind of just works for Ivy as
Yeah.
well. Cervantes, all that kind of stuff. That they're like primarily purple is what you see all the time. So
Oh my. I don't know. I would play her.
shoot
Whoa.
with the shoot from the sword.
Yes. And do they make now? You know what's funny? What I found interesting when she was coming in onto the stage, you could see the little divots in between the sword
Yep.
that separated the sword.
That's supposed to separate them, right?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Now, do they have a mod where it separates the sword as to a whip, or
Nah, I don't
No?
think they do.
Okay.
I didn't see any.
so just
I
use
was
the imagination,
I was trying to see if whether or not going into V trigger did it. That would
Yeah.
have been really cool, but nah.
or at least with the imagination. I'm trying to see the counter.
Crush counter.
No, CA. There we go. All right, we got one. Super. And slash. There goes your
Just
head.
smack.
Okay.
Donk.
All
Get
right, real
smacked.
quick, just like straight decapitation, right into that. That was really good. I really like this. It's
It's a
seems
solid
really
mod.
good.
Yeah, very well
Yeah.
done. No clipping and
this makes
Wrong
the super
areas,
look
not-
a lot better.
not like there's a lot of clipping to be done with what she wears, but you know,
Right.
just saying.
At first, the super was very lackluster until Ivy showed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
So,
it went from a bonk to like it could be a slash.
Does this get your seal of approval? Because
It gets my
mine.
seal. It definitely gets mine.
Nice.
All right, so
That's
that
awesome.
does it for our mod
Whoa, that was pretty
highlights.
cool. Let's see that again. Hold on.
Oh my goodness, you
I'm
are
milking
ranging me
it.
out.
Milking it. Look at that. Yeah.
Get
that was-
'em.
That was pretty cool. I
Victory
like it.
pose and all. All right, and with that is gonna do it for us guys for mod highlights and also our episode this week. Thank you
Yes.
very much for sitting down, hanging out, watching us rant, or rather, listening to me rant about people
ranted.
talking shit and then marketing and you did rant too.
Yeah.
You did rant too.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot for. Well, you know what? I can get a quick. Yo, Dame, how important is it for a player to be marketable for a sponsor?
Say that again?
How important is it for a player to be marketable? By the way, this is Witch Doctor's Big Dame talking back here.
What's going on, y'all?
How important is it?
It's very important.
Extremely. To the point that, say you get someone on and then they aren't marketable anymore, do you drop them?
It's to the point where
Even if they place good?
I speak to them and let them know that not only are you representing yourself, but you're representing us now since we have a brand under you. So you have to market yourself and the brand as well. And if you're not representing the brand, even though you're a good player, what's the point of you signing up if you're not helping us at the end of the day?
Gotcha. So that's a
Gotta be
yes.
a
Well, we're
shield
gonna
to your
talk. We're
own
gonna talk
brand.
more after this, though.
Yeah.
We just went on the whole Echo Fox cutting the fat rant on how they were dropping players and reasons as to why, yada yada yada. So
I gave a perfect example to someone earlier. Look at Katana Prime.
Katana Prime.
He hasn't been doing very well
Nope.
lately. He hasn't been competing lately as
No,
much.
he did not.
But he's so marketable for
Yep.
Planet Global that anytime that he's out there at tournaments, he's either
I hope y'all can hear him.
going on stream to commentate. He's going out there for his players when they go up there and they see Katana Prime right front and center. He's always wearing the Panda Global gearing wherever he goes.
yep.
So you have to market yourself, even though you may not be a great player or if you are a good player. You have to present your brand at the end of the day. You got you're owning the brand basically. Like you have a stock in it basically. At the end of the day.
And he looks good, and his hair is nice.
All right, bro. Relax. What's up?
Oh man, we
You-
got Jesse asking for Marvel 3.
All right, let us wrap up this show. All right, you can keep your hands crossed and all that. Just hold up, all right.
This is bonus content.
Damn, we
Poop
got
talk.
like Marvel talk going on the side. So we're gonna get. I did promise him Marvel. I
He
did
really
promise
wants to
him
bring out
Marvel.
Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah. All right. So thanks again, guys, for listening, and for those that are watching live on Nerd Street Gamers Twitch, thank you for hanging out with us for another episode of Double Tap. Make sure to follow us at Double Tap FGC. Gabe, where can they get you at?
They can find me on Twitter at Static Gorilla, on Twitch at Static Gorilla, and on many platforms as Static Gorilla. I appreciate any follows. I appreciate any, call outs on Twitter about what we talked about or any comments. Definitely let me know. Let us know how we're doing.
Of course. And you can follow me at CrashTagVS on Twitter. You guys feel free to send me any kind of love, hate, everything between, your opinions on what we talked about today on Folks Attack. I am open. My DMs are open for that. Not even DMs. Just tag me. Just tag me and ask me. We'll let everybody see.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. And, of course, follow Nerd Street Gamers at N3RDST Gamers on Twitch and on Twitter, of course, because
Yes.
they're the ones that are hosting us. They're the ones that put us out there to market ourselves to.
Also, did you say to get us on Discord?
I'm about to get onto that right now.
Bingo.
So, discord.me/mash those buttons, or of course, discord.gg/Nerd Street Gamers for our Discord, where you can also post up questions.
Somebody needs to send me that link. I need to get in there.
So I'll send it to you after the show. Someone, if you have a question you'd like to post up on the podcast, there is a section on the Mash Those Buttons Discord. Feel free to just tag myself or Gabe or Meza, and we will definitely add that to the show on the next episode, as soon as we find it, of course. Of course, you guys can contact us through the comments section below on any of the platforms that you guys are listening on. Of course, social media is another one.
Yes.
But you can also get any comments, questions on those platforms as well. They will go directly to us, and we will, address them accordingly. And the best way you guys can support us is, of course, sharing the podcast, sharing the show, tweeting out when the Twitch stream is live. That is the best way, because we want to market it to the most people, so that's usually how the branding works. I think you got a little bit of a lesson with that earlier today. But it's also, we want to make sure we get branded to the right people. So it's the community that listens to us, which is why we do it on days when we're surrounded by the community we like to support.
Right.
That
We
kind
wanna
of deal.
be in the midst.
Of course. Rates and reviews are also appreciated, whether it be on
course.
iTunes, whether it be on SoundCloud, stars, whatever. We right now currently still at a 5-star on iTunes. Thank you once again for
And
everyone
didn't
that
we
has supported
make
us.
a new platform?
Oh, yes, we did. We are on Spotify now. Thank
Oh,
you,
yes.
sir. We are on Spotify. That was announced last week, but it's really good to kind of interject that we
All
are there
100,
now.
right?
All 100 episodes, 101 episodes are on there right now. You guys can check them all out, all the way from before MKX was even a thing,
Oh, yeah.
before Injustice was even a thing, to now. So feel free to go check that out on Spotify. And, of course, if you have any, like I said, any ratings or reviews or anything you'd like to post it on any of those. We will get those right
Right.
away. I would say Teespring. Just be on the lookout for that because we do have some works. If you were here for the announcement on our 100th episode and you want to see also the artwork, make sure to also double check the Discord. We will have some merchandise for that, artwork that we showed off once again by Lariato Corp, aka Walter Bayamonte.
This has really been all my mind talking the entire time. It has not been Dre. I don't know where Dre is.
It's just his conscience that he doesn't speak
It's been
too
my
much.
middle name telling me what's up.
All right, and stay tuned after the show to hear about all our other shows here on the Mash Those Buttons Network. And once again, feel free to follow us on all our social media platforms. This is Crash Tag, and I am out.
Yes, Static Gorilla is out as well. Thank you so much. I love being here. Have a great time. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next round, folks. Later.